is on.
Streaming and
Easy.
recording.
Excellente. Welcome back, guys.
Yes.
Huzzah! Huzzah! It's lovely to see everybody for another rousing session of Dungeons and Dragons here at
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy. Welcome, Internet. Thank you for joining us and all of our ridiculousness. Yeah. And, okay. Let's see. Anything going on? Any new announcements? Aether Flux is rocking and rolling with documents.
Yeah.
Paperwork!
We had some exciting paperwork.
Paperwork episode. You can check them out every Sunday night. What, 6 o'clock you guys play? 6
It gets around 6:30 is probably when you start actually
6:30?
streaming.
I think we probably start.
Right here on our channel. They're awesome. And anything else? We're still affiliate. Subscribe to our channel.
You do.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Like
get
and
DM'd
subscribe.
live by Mr. Matt Powers if you show up in the right Dungeons and Donuts.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Or
true,
maybe
too.
Matt Trombley.
that's right. We have a
Ooh.
couple DMs who run live sessions here. We got one shots, about 2 hours each, which is really hard. Once a month here at the store, so check it out.
I thought it was.
And okay, so without further ado, let's recap. So last time, we started off our session with an interlude with Roland and Gideon traveling to the rustic French-looking town of Pret-a-Pret, with Roland doing some investigation while Gideon had a croissant. They did manage to find Snow's family and Marguerite and Bosque and his kobold brethren underneath their farm homestead in a spa that the kobolds had built for their family. And after some serious interrogation, Roland doing much of the good cop thing, and Roland and Gideon being the bad cop and throwing kobolds around telekinesis. You were burnished a letter, and you discovered that the last communication that Gavin ever had with his family was that letter, and it said he's going to the Undead Sisterhood and never to talk to him ever again, essentially, for their safety. Then we transitioned back to Cliff Knoll, where the Odd Lot remained underground for a brief minute with Wayne and Buick to plan their airship heist. And what
could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Mostly.
And if I remember accurately, Tuzar disguised himself as Prince Verges. And had one catchphrase which worked.
Don't question the prince. It worked
Yeah.
for 0.2 seconds.
All the way to the
All the way inside. It worked.
Nothing went wrong till the very end.
And there was a convoluted kind of plot where Anolo was without his armor and pretending to be chained.
Never
With
doing that
Alvin.
again.
Alvin. Snow was in a backpack. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I was a
It was
donkey,
odd.
Third was paralyzed.
Yeah, third gear was paralyzed.
That was a bad move too.
Yeah.
That was
If it
hilarious.
would have worked, it would have
If it
been
would have
cool.
worked, it would have been great.
Many
Leave you
mistakes were
paralyzed.
made.
That was the best.
Many mistakes.
Yeah. No, it was fun dragging him in.
But
That's if the Odd Lot had a crest. That would be our say. Mistakes were made.
and despite your promise to each other that it would have been a non-lethal fight, as soon as you got in there, you killed everybody.
Yeah, a little bit.
They came at us heavy.
One of the Inquisitors did manage to turn invisible and spring out a window.
See, not everybody.
Not everyone
If
died.
they all chose that course of action, they would have been fine.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you did manage to remove the threat of the guards, and the airship is there, about pretty much completed, and you saw a bunch of gnomes who were finishing repairs or construction of this airship. So during this whole combat, Tuzar did manage to animate a bunch of boxes and assault people, and then put the boxes on the airship, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Your
Ned
nose
likes
is a
stuff.
T-Rex too.
Anola was a T-Rex.
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Pretty
You
epic.
can't leave that
What
part
was
out.
your back in town?
Yeah.
Nice and noisy.
Wayne did manage to prove her power in battle.
By burning literally everybody.
Yeah, she turned
Yeah, that was
into
hardcore.
searing light, and burned everybody around her, and as well as throwing hatchets to people's foreheads, and she was having a good old time with that. So we're going to pick up in the hangar of the airship. We're out of combat. Wayne's searing light is diminishing, coming back inside her form, and she kind of crouches down on one knee a little bit. Looks like she's a little bit tired. The gnomes around you kind of are holding their wands at the ready. They're just like stunned just to see you guys just come in and decimate the guards who were pretty much forcing them to work. So they're just kind of stunned and looking at you guys currently. Yeah. What do you do?
If you want to be free, get upon that airship and help us fly it out of here.
So one gnome from the upper decks kind of peeks over the top of the railing and goes, "You got it, man." And he's like, "Tinker Crew, round up!" And then the other gnomes are starting.
Tinker Crew.
That's so cute.
This is amazing, though. We got a bunch of gnome tinkerers on this ship. This is
Yeah.
great.
Oh man, I'm
Ding,
so
ding.
excited.
Ding, ding.
Yes.
So you see that the gnomes, they take their wands, they put them in like these little like waist pouch where a hammer would normally go. So it's got like a belt full of stuff, and they're jogging. They go up the ladders, or they crawl over the cranes, and they get onto the airship.
Oh
You
man.
go with them.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
limp along.
How we have to
I'm gonna
open
pick you
the
up.
we have to open the
Oh.
the sky
We
thing.
should not do that until we need to though.
We need to get the ship ready.
We must move quick. We
I'll-
got away.
Yeah.
I'll-
Yeah, we need the
but
ship
actually-
ready first before we open things up. I think that might.
I'll
tip
stay on
our
the
hand.
controls.
Why don't Sergio? Why don't you go? You're real fast. You stay because that way you can like. Can you climb up the ship?
I feel like Kate.
I feel like you should be
think I
able to
could.
climb up the
Bam.
ship.
I have my key.
Oh, you have.
That too.
What is your cape do?
Dimension
Keep it
Cast
that
Door.
Do you want me to stay inside the backpack, or should I get on the boat?
How about you get on the boat, because this is not feeling all like comfortable. I've had a in real life. I've had a toddler back there. It's,
Alrighty. Climb down and screw up the
Okay,
boat.
so you scramble up the boat, climb up the side, climbing up the kind of curved bow of it, and you're looking at the woodwork is very very fine woodwork. It's kind of a nice sheen, like almost a shiny polyurethane kind of feel to it. It smells of freshly stained wood, and as you crawl up near the bow of it, you see that there's this the metalwork is that of a fierce looking shark.
Ooh, well done.
Okay, other folks.
I want to hover over the gnomes and be like, "What are you doing? What is that? What kind of thing is that? What are you doing with the wand? What kind of wand? What do you have there?"
They all kind of get into a formation, and they just put their hands over their stuff.
It's not a bad idea.
good call.
Alvin wants to walk over, having seen this scene, and like just speak to them in Gnomish and be like, he's okay, guys. He just gets really excited about magic. He's just a magic enthusiast. He won't take your stuff, I promise.
Okay.
He probably
He
won't
doesn't
take
speak
your
Gnomish.
stuff.
Probably.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear me say
What
that.
he said.
Don't worry, he's not going to take your stuff. He's just really into magic. That's all. He just loves seeing it.
Okay, so the same guy that was on the bow of the ship comes forward and he goes, "Oh, it's good to see another gnome. Oh man, how are you?"
I'm all good, brother. Alvin, all good. At your service.
Painful.
I hear it's been a rough go for gnomes in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, this is my dad's got the worst of it too. They got him locked in the tower,
Locked in a tower. Where?
in the Crystal District.
Crystal District, huh?
Yeah, where am I managed? I'm sorry. My name's Gimbal.
Pleased to meet you, Gimbal.
Yeah, and he starts pointing out the other gnomes. Okay, this is Sigbert. This is Eligobel. This is Warren and Orin. This is Nisa, Zana, and that's Slim.
Is
Tell me
really
Slim is
fat?
really chubby.
Yeah.
He's chubby for a gnome.
Okay.
They all kind of like wave, And I look at Tuzar. They still have their hands on their stuff. You guys seem like not bad people. Except for Virzal and that guy, just don't touch our stuff. I mean, there'll be plenty of time for formalities. But if you really want to get going, we should get going.
Well, we definitely want to get going, so...
Okay, Tinker Crew, to the engine room!
Where would somebody like me with my incredible strength be best suited? On your ship.
We could lash it to the front.
Well, that seems like a good idea, but that ship's I mean, I could probably do it just fine, but...
Hey. He sees the symbol of Helm on your shield. He's like, as long as you can protect us, you're good.
Oh, it seems to be quite easy then.
Get your armor on, you big goof.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
Then I'm gonna go do that then.
Okay, so you start putting your armor on.
I would like to over Mind Link talk to Anolo.
Okay.
Say, yeah. Grab the bodies of the guards. They probably have valuables on them.
You just want fresh snacks, and I know it.
If you're saying this
All
on
right.
Mind Link,
Yeah,
then
we can all hear it.
Insight? To see if he's gonna...
Yeah,
if I
that'll
think
be
he's gonna...
fun. I'm definitely fine. But
16.
we're both terrible at this.
Fierce ability
Make a
to lie.
deception check.
Deception, that's what it's called, yeah.
I have minuses in that.
Oh,
Seven.
Oh yeah, he's lying.
I'm gonna eat him.
As over the mind link, you feel his mouth just curl up, and look at the thought. He's got kind of.
But I wasn't lying. They probably have stuff on them.
Yeah, it's rough, but I don't really care.
But we don't
I
have
need
time
to,
to
put
search
my
them
armor
out.
on, man. I mean, I'm severely gimped.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get them bodies.
I would love to get a hold of one of their armbands.
ooh.
Well,
I will carry it.
I'm in the
up to
control
you.
room next to the puddle of human. I can just take his.
Completely
Yeah. Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna carry one of the bodies. I just
Okay.
want somebody else to bring one.
So you pick up. You go down. Okay, now there was 3 guards and there was 1 inquisitor. So do you
Oh,
wanna
we
go
only
with
got
guard?
one of the good guys.
The
We need the
Inquisitor got
Inquisitor.
salsa, right?
I'm in the control room of the Inquisitor.
No, it was with a guard. The other. Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's the
sorry, yeah.
Inquisitor, yeah.
Yep.
I move quick. I'll go get him.
I'm just gonna search him while I'm waiting. Trying to figure out these controls. Like, okay, what opens the roof? You know, but also, hey, what's that?
Okay.
I like shiny things.
Well, we'll get to the loot later. He's looking. Kirill, what are you doing?
I'd kind of do the same thing that I know and just ask if there was anything I could do with the gnome tinkers.
Just right now, just stay out of the way.
Cool beans, and I'll just try and lash stuff down. I guess.
And they're like, oh yeah, we gotta get that open. They point to the roof.
Now, or when we're ready? Are we ready to go?
Then he comes back. You see this little hand come up through the over the bow. Like, give me like 2 minutes. Okay.
Are the doors still open to this?
They are, and
Yeah.
from outside.
oh,
Oh, I'd remind everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
Sabers out there.
I was getting there.
The sabers out there.
I'd like
We're
to
good.
close those doors.
From outside, you hear a lot of noise, and it's a mixture of shouts and screams and like huzzah, hooray! And just kind of there's excitement. There's like charge, and you hear a Buick above ready going, "You get them! We are going to stop them! And I am not going to do this right now. I want to fight!" So there is something sort of commotion out there, but also from different parts of the city down the stone city streets. You hear the clang of armor, and you hear lots of feet, and you hear some what sounds to be hooves and other things coming in your direction.
He'll be putting his armor on. You need to get the Buick.
You need to make an investigation check for these controls.
Yeah, I'm looking at the controls right now. I can help you
Who's
out.
nervous?
15.
Okay, so you're looking at it, and it's a pretty simple series of levers. Most of these are for either doors or there's 3 on the right hand side that control some of the cranes, and there's one major one that seems to control the hangar door.
I'm gonna throw the lever that closes the doors.
Okay. And the doors around you slam shut in front.
Hope Buick's all right out there.
Hopefully that signals Buick that they can break off. Hopefully.
And then there's the other lever which control the ceiling.
You said 2 minutes.
Open.
How long does it take
Can I
to
do
try
it,
to
guys?
help? Can I try to help the tinkerers?
Sure. Okay.
See if I can like
You,
arcanely
you go down. Yeah.
assist them. All right. What kind of?
Just go down and just
They may
Hold
not
the-
even
hold the
let
roll.
you help.
What?
hold that roll for a second. So as you go downstairs,
Yeah.
and you go to the engine room, and it looks like this a furnace, but there are these 4 concave sections to it. Inside, there looks to be some sort of contained magical entity that's sparking and moving out, and the Tinkers are like working on it, and they're moving around, and they're adjusting dials and stuff. And at the back side, there's like this large opening for a thruster. And he looks at you and goes, "Hey, you! Don't stand in front of that."
I do not stand in front of it.
Okay. And so Gimble's giving commands like, "The guys go fill that, go check the pressure." And next thing you know, you start to see the balloon above you guys, the airship, start to reinflate. There's a massive kind of heat that is in the room right now, but it kind of cools off kind of immediately, and it turns into like this sort of this pulsing energy downstairs. So Gimble looks at you and goes, "What are you doing?"
I'm here to help. I dispel the prince. I'm Tuzard.
Right. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. Nothing you can do right now. If you're interested in learning, we'll do that later. But we gotta go. So just sit down and watch.
I say.
Okay.
Hey, should I open the roof now?
Yeah, throw it. Okay, so above you, you hear this, and you see this little ray of light strip across the top of the hangar, and these gears, which haven't really worked in a while, go, and they open up slowly, and you see the afternoon sky above you, and off in the distance, you can see the tower of the central tower of Cliffnall, guarded in its crystal dome, just from your vantage because you're looking uphill, and you might want to get on the boat.
Okay, before I do that, I'm going to try to use some junk to jam the controls the way they are. The doors,
Okay.
the barn doors closed, and the
There
roof
is
closed.
the Inquisitor did have a rapier if you want to use that.
Is he got a dagger or something like that?
No. Yeah, he has a whip and he has the armbands and his armor.
Do I have any junk on me? Can I just... Where's Ned when I need her?
Huh? What?
She wouldn't allow you to use
think
her
you could-
precious stuff.
Wasn't one of those things a whip? And, yeah. Like a
No,
light.
because he wants to stop anybody else from messing.
Oh,
with
he
it.
wants to just jam it open so it's stuck. I gotcha.
You're on the ship? Everyone else is on the
I
ship?
think everybody.
Everybody's on the ship.
I'm running to grab the
You're
body.
grabbing a body.
I'll be
I
there in a
would've
second,
totally
but-
looted those guards.
Oh, I have javelins.
then
Can you
jumped
just
up.
break the controls?
I could just break the
Yeah,
controls.
just break the, I'll try to break one. I'll try to make a
Okay.
strength check.
Strength check.
13.
13. One of the kind of the main central one, it bends a little bit, but it's not snapping.
Alright. I should be able to show up, right?
Yeah. So you climb up the side of the airship. You throw your body over it. You just jump down. Make an athletic check real quick.
Athletics. 13 plus 9.
Okay.
22.
You land. you hit the ground running.
And once I get there, I'll do my strength check to
Okay.
break the. I'll do it in a rage so I can get advantage. 15 plus.
I got so many rages a day, I've never used them.
15 plus 5, is that it? 20?
Okay. Yeah.
Do
So
you get? Oh no! Do you get your modifier thing, the proficiency, or no?
for checks.
Yeah.
This would be an athletic check. So
No, I meant for strength checks. Do you get
Yeah.
the proficiency?
If you're,
If you're
Yeah, I'm
proficient
proficient
in
in-
I'm
athletics.
telling you to make an athletics check.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
24.
Okay, good. So you reach in there in front of Aaron and you go, and you snap it.
I feel like someone had 15.
oh, that thing?
Yeah. Hulk smash. All right, let's go.
I've grabbed the body and go.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys scramble onto the airship, and as you're getting on, you feel that there's this, and below the airship there's like these little openings with these crystals that seem to emanate a glow, and they kind of make the airship levitate up and up. Gimbal comes up from the engine room. He's like, "Anyone fly this thing?
Ooh.
I'm not much of a pilot."
I'll just run over and grab the helm.
Okay.
I really hope this is the same as a sand.
Right now, I think we all do.
Fly? Yes.
So-
Land?
I want to run up with him so I can throw him guidance every time he needs it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'll make my way up there as well.
Guide him
Okay.
even though you don't know what's going on.
So Tira's at the helm, and we're flanked by Ander and Alvin, and you're like this interesting little trio ready to
You can
I
do
love this
it.
thing. You've got this, buddy.
Okay. So as the ship is lifting off the ground, slowly rising through the air, and now you're up through the ceiling, up through the roof, and as you emerge out of the hangar, you see the entire city of Cliffnull below you. Down to where Buick was staging his distraction seems to have escalated into a combination of a people's charge or a people's kind of riot and a large contingent of the Cliffnull forces. They were, for reasons, the guards were on higher alert because of traitors in the midst which were dispatched. So there's an increased, swifter presence. As you fly up, you look around. There are armored guards. There's more of the Inquisitors, and there's this clear battle line. Carts have been knocked over. Barrels are being hid behind. And as Buick and his men are trying to fire and try to rally and try to escape, but they seem to have been cut off on a couple different sides. As you climb higher and higher and higher, you see the crystal around the central tower of Cliffnull shimmer, and there's a little point on the top of the tower that starts to light up and start to charge.
It's probably not good.
So,
Hey, Gimbal, you got any weapons in this thing?
sorry, boss, didn't have much time to finish all of them.
All of them? Some of them, though?
We've got some of them. Got a couple of cannons.
Ask them where they point.
Where are they pointed?
Well, there's 3 on each side. Right now, the ones, and they all kind of mostly work.
That's encouraging.
When we fire a volley down there behind Buick so he has an escape route.
Oh, at the tower first.
Hit the tower first, you think?
At the tower first.
I think we should
was
know.
just saying that his dad's locked up.
The line of soldiers are any of them within 150 foot distance?
You're up above them now. So the airship right now is probably 300 feet in the air, and you're still climbing. So no.
Okay.
Sorry. As you climb higher, I need you to make your first check.
Guidance.
Let's see. Let's make
Was
this.
that D4?
It adds D4 to the roll.
Might be able to draw my stroke.
Let me see. I don't know what to hold up.
Here.
Is there?
You trying to throw him some Bardic
You better pass
Inspirato
it around
too?
to Tyrael.
What makes sense for this?
I'm kind of looking at this, and I
Oh,
would
what
imagine.
Like, what did we do last time? I don't remember.
Survival
It was just, I think it was survival.
would make sense.
Yeah, I'm thinking survival or athletics to try and right the ship and try and.
So remember, you can.
So how
Something
would
with
survival?
If it's athletics, I will be the one that will help.
If it's performance.
No, not a performance. Let's do survival.
With the can he wait until after the roll to decide if he wants to use yours? The
You
Bardic
can wait till
Inspiration?
after the roll, but before he knows.
Knows the result.
Just read
if
the- just read the-
OBC's high enough.
Not bad.
A, well, dirty 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So, which way do you want to kind of veer off? Where do you want to take this thing?
So, is my starboard towards the like safety, or is it towards the tower?
Starboard
Yeah.
is towards safety. If you go to port, you're gonna go towards the tower.
Okay. How far to the tower, and how far to the people below?
The tower is going to be like a quarter mile, maybe a little more. It's quite a ways. The people below are 300 feet below.
What's the gnome's name?
Gimbal.
Gimbal. How far do the cannons reach?
He is below decks.
Oh.
And he's not on the mine link.
Okay.
But I am
Tuzar.
below deck, yeah.
Tuzar, ask him how far the cannons reach.
In Gnomish, how far do cannons reach?
Oh, you speak Gnomish now. This is great.
I forgot.
We're gonna get along.
I forgot.
The guy made me. He speaks. No, he's a great wizard.
Oh,
You
great.
probably heard of him.
Oh, this is awesome. What's his name?
Zook. Zook Z.
Nope.
Zorik. No, the great and powerful Zook Z. Okay, so another time.
Okay.
How far do the cannons shoot?
On these things, when they work, I would peg it at 300-400 feet.
300-400 feet.
Okay. So
Are we shooting at stuff? What happened? What's going on up there?
not yet. Not yet.
I'm gonna shoot a volley down there. Try to give Buick an escape route.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cover their escape.
Will I be able to move up and move my right?
Yeah, you move in 3 dimensions now, man.
No, right, but like with enough movement, will I be able to move up and move my right side towards where Buick is?
Like tilt your ship.
Yeah, you can take it to port, and you can also Well, that's a right term, but you have to tip it a little bit to get the guns down.
That's fine.
So yeah,
because
you
that's
can
going to be
do
part of
this
the
kind
turn.
of
I'm
thing.
coming up and around.
Yeah.
Everybody, hold on. We're getting sideways a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell that to notice. We're going to be tilting sideways. Everybody should hold on.
Don't worry about us. We're good.
Okay.
If you're below deck.
Okay, so who's gonna fire the guns?
What kind of a check is it?
It's gonna make an attack, a range attack.
So dex?
Yeah.
Okay, not
Dexterity.
I'll do one.
I'll run down. I guess I'll run down there.
With you.
Okay.
Imagine the cannonball weighs more than I do, though,
Who's
so I
got
might
the
need your
third
help.
most deck?
I'll hold it.
That would be.
Oh,
You'll
be
loaded.
Yeah, we need a powder monkey.
How's your deck?
Yeah.
You're gonna be palming these things and just jam them in.
Yeah, you're like picking up a basketball.
Yeah, you're the cannonball loader. Just
I don't need your hand.
one hand. No, one in each hand. Nope.
That's exactly how I'm
Okay, so on those down there, just loading up cannons, and you load up all 3 in quick order. Who's firing?
Ned,
Ander.
Ned Thurkier, and either Ander or Snow. What's your dex?
No, you can do it then.
What's your dex?
I do have a 300-foot spell range on Ice Storm.
Oh.
Let
So
him
we
do
can
that
have
while
a
you
fourth
play your
shot.
cannon.
So why don't you do that while we do the cannonball?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fire.
Combined
Yeah, I got it.
effect.
Sounds
Yeah, really
good.
sucks.
Where are we actually
I'm
aiming?
cannon
Are we
number
aiming
4.
at the army? At like the building? Like what are we destroying with these cannonballs?
We're shooting guards.
Okay.
What's down there again?
Yeah, just so,
So
we can-
down below, Buick and his men are like kind of like here, in front of the warehouse. They have been cut off from behind, and here. So they at this point have been surrounded. So if you pick any this direction or this direction, they will probably have a better chance at escaping. This is where the main force is coming, and from this side. Okay.
So if we hit the left side, they'll be.
Or right, one or the other.
Let's go for that
Yeah.
spot that seems like the best side.
Yeah.
The left is
Yeah.
probably.
Is there a side that provides the least casualties?
Nope.
Alright.
Which one has
You're
the
under
most
deck, don't worry
buildings
about
for cover afterwards?
Buildings for cover.
For them to like run and hide inside of and around.
They're in the middle of the city, so it's
They
pretty
just
much
have to break
buildings
out of
there,
the surrounder.
and any cannon fire is liable to have extra casualties or unintended consequences. Serial.
Okay. Just real quick, how far does this thing move in around?
Once it gets up to speed, it's gonna move easily 80 feet around,
Okay, so this is what,
probably more.
quarter speed just to get out of the.
Yeah, you're
Hangar.
still in the getting up and
Lift
slowing
off
out. Yeah,
mode. Yeah.
the engines haven't totally kicked on yet, but when they do, you'll know it.
Okay. Oh hell no.
Okay.
hell yeah.
All right, let's
So
aim
as-
and roll, or
As you guys are, as Tyrael is tips the ship and guides it to the right a little, try to escape. You see an opening if you wish to take it for your cannon fire.
Over the mind link, I'd like to tell everybody, wherever the soldiers are, aim right in the center of them, halfway up.
Don't you do fireballs?
No. Okay, so if this is their column, hit in the center of it in the back half.
There's kind of surrounded. There's some columns this way and this way, but it's mostly right here in horizontal front,
Okay.
regular front.
So hit the columns instead. Don't hit the group. Hit the columns.
Oh, that'll trap him in.
I mean,
We don't want trap. We need a hole.
what's the likelihood of them just escaping without the cannon fire altogether?
You don't know.
Not great. Probably. They're surrounded.
Their back's to a locked door.
I mean, we're trying to blow them an opening here. Blow it
I
open
understand that,
with our cannon fire.
That's why I say hit the reinforcements, because if we hit in the clump, we're probably going to screw up a lot of people. If we hit where the soldiers are still coming in,
What if we hit the door and open up the warehouse for them to get out of?
Just be trapped in the warehouse.
What if we like make a hole for them to get out of?
Look,
We could sneak
are we
away.
having this in conversation or in character?
I don't even know. This is all metagame as far as I'm concerned, because none of us know how cannons work.
No,
Unless
it's
someone
definitely
does.
for me in character.
I say
because-
we just pick left or right and nail it down as hard as we can so that they can.
Yeah.
Let me remind you that these guards are enforcing a law that is racist
A
and anti-magic.
magicist.
And we're
Ooh,
trying to save the
so get
people
that speech
who are
so I can-
fighting them.
That's what I
Leading
just
a
said.
rebellion.
No,
Yeah.
Andrew just said that. He's like,
I don't like it. In my mind, I'm thinking.
Look, that's why you're down underneath.
That's why I'm pumping cannonballs to their death, dude. I'm putting the weapon right there.
All right.
I'm gonna aim at the building closest to like the furthest away of the like if there's a swarm of guards, I want to aim near the rear of it. I'm gonna take the rear part to clear that out. Hit a building, make a big mess, and then other people can clear out the other spots because we've got 3.
you don't know who's in the building. It could be innocent people in the building.
Just hit the
Soldiers. Just the soldiers. Come on, I'm shooting at the soldiers.
Yeah, I
Alright,
think me
alright.
too.
Soldiers it is.
Roll. Roll
Yeah.
d20, add your range attack bonus.
And I'm dropping Ice Storm on them.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
17 plus
Gained an affinity
9,
for Ned.
or plus 8 because it's dex
Trying.
instead of strength.
Yeah.
Try.
Okay, so 25.
Okay.
I don't have my proficiency, right? Just my dex.
Oh, yeah, that's the first two.
Oh, okay.
They're all good and terrible.
Okay.
And,
25.
24.
All right, got some expert marksman here.
and they have to make a DC 15 dex save for the Ice Storm coming down on them.
So your ice storm is going to affect everybody.
Like even the good guys.
You wanna?
Three-
Don't you want to cast that for their
It's-
escape?
300-foot range with a 20-foot radius.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's just in
20
front
foot.
of the guys.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be fine.
Alright.
So let's see here.
Ice bombing an entrance amongst the cannonballs.
Okay. So
We're just buying you some more time, basically.
where are you? Are you downstairs near the guns, or are you upstairs?
I'm
on
probably like on the deck. Looking
Okay,
over
you're
the alley
on the
going.
deck. So Snow kind of just his eyes glaze white, and he casts this ice storm. You see this sleets of ice and snow and hail just pelt down below, and you see guys go whoop, and they start slipping and falling, and their armor getting dented by hailstones. At the same time, these cannons just fire and land at these different sections of these guards. You see bodies go and fly, and like you see, they're spinning around in the middle of the air. It is due to the explosions do cause some other damage. So while Buick and his group does have kind of a way out, they did take some fire, and like they were kind of crouching down, looking, and they're like, "Holy crap, what is going on?" Like they didn't expect that to happen. Okay. So you start to right the ship after that, and at the same time, you the tower is starting to glow brighter, and it's starting to you see like this little star shape emerge. It's like and this kind of thing. Nothing happens yet though.
No, don't reload me.
How? Okay, so warehouse, right? We're in the air somewhere.
Yep.
About
How
300
how
feet
close is the nearest tower, like maybe cathedral, to start putting something in the way?
Up? Like cover
Okay,
for
To
the
have
airship.
something in between us
Interesting.
and the.
Okay, so this is interesting. So if you go over to the next district, it's going to be it'll be one round to get there. Yeah, but you can. There is a temple there. You don't know which one it is, but you say a tall building or a temple, or there's other tall buildings scattered around.
If I head towards enough cover to give me, enough to cover the balloon and the hull,
Yeah.
am I gonna be in danger of hitting other buildings?
Probably. That's okay. We'll work it out.
Okay, so I'm gonna head towards that cover.
Okay. So you start to turn and right the ship. Okay, so you guys are traveling. You're gaining altitude slowly. And as you look down, you see that some of the men have started to flee and run away. And Buick is like, you hear him just above the car, like, run away! You go! Go, 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 go! And he's telling his men to go, obviously. But out of the rubble, you see a large human emerge. He was kind of obscured earlier because he had armor on. It was kind of reflecting on what he got lost in the sea of armor. And he looks muscular, even from this distance, almost as tall as a Goliath. And he's got these 2 silver gauntlets.
Almost.
Even at your distance, you hear this, and he fires this kind of white orb that ripples reality, and it nails Buick right in the chest. And you see him go, run, run. And so Buick has been slowed down immensely. At the same time, there has been a new volley from the back of this group, and you see Buick just get pierced with javelins.
No, Buick!
Not Buick.
And he's and he's just in slow motion, kind of falling down to his knees.
He's getting boring. Damn it.
Okay, so as you guys are curling away, I need you to make another survival check.
May Sylvanas guide you.
I have another thing to do before that thing fires, though.
Okay.
And Tuzar looked like he had something to say too.
I am very, very. Tuzard is extremely distracted, but he does have stuff.
Plus your.
I just reminding you, he's got some magic, but he's very distracted.
What
and
is
he's not leaving.
17.
17, okay. So you kind of right the
Unless
ship,
somebody-
and you're guiding it towards the cover. You manage to get there just in time. There's this beam that unleashes from the center portion of like this really pinnacle of the tower, and it blows away half of the building behind you.
Ooh,
And
but
you
doesn't pierce, correct?
Huh?
Doesn't pierce?
No, because as you get behind the building, you see this beam just disintegrate half the building just behind you.
Yikes.
So it just missed you. There's this semicircle shaped disintegration in this building. The stone is still melted and dripping. You see it's molten around the corners, and all the wooden side has been cindered. You see part of a person just grabbing a hand, and it's gone.
Oh gosh!
You know.
Would I hear that from downstairs?
Oh yeah, the whole city heard it. It was an enormous.
I head back up. I'm less distracted now. I head back up the stairs.
Wait. I'd like to interrupt you. Tuzard, please don't stay with that guy. I need to ask him a question. How long till the tower recharges?
Do you guys know how long till that tower recharges? I don't know what I'm talking about.
I didn't know it did that!
Okay, they didn't know. I'm coming upstairs.
Tuzar, can you make us disappear?
That's an excellent question. How big is this ship?
I gave you stats. It's 160 feet long.
No, I cannot make us disappear.
I can make a 5-foot square of illusion.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. But if I can protect us from that blast at least one more time.
Are you sure?
Force one.
Well, force.
That fits cover the whole ship. Huh?
No, but it'll cover probably a blast. It's 10-foot panels.
Yes.
How bad do you want to save Buick?
Oh, I almost threw myself over the edge of the ship there for a second, but then I realized I had no way of saving him afterwards. I don't know that we can.
How high are we up?
Yeah, at this point you're 400 feet in the air.
Yeah.
How far away from Buick are we?
You've traveled easily 200 feet.
Yeah,
So
we're
we're
pretty
at
far.
600 feet?
Nope.
Could be 400
A squared plus b squared equals c. What is that?
So don't ask me.
Yeah, 2, 4, 8. I don't. I can't do math right now.
Let's have a four type it.
Could be a while.
It's.
Does your doorway thing,
Do you wanna know?
dimension door,
400
get
squared.
us there?
Here's the way the
200
DM can do
squared
it.
equals
Can he make
C
it?
squared, correct?
Or. 16. You're about 500 feet, 550 feet.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
What are you thinking?
Here's my cape. Fly.
All right. I don't know how to use this cape, but I'll figure it out on the way.
Oh, she's
Or
gonna
do
do
I
it
have
too.
to? I might have to attune to it. You might have to do it.
Wait. But she's kind of magical. She would know kind of.
Aww, it's magical. So I know.
It takes time.
It takes time to
Tuning
attune.
Yeah,
takes
tuning.
time.
Yeah, I can't. I can't
Nor-
just
It's
do
not
it.
whether or not.
Yeah, if this
do
were
it,
not
it's
like
how
a high
long it
pressure
would take
situation,
to-
I would say yeah, it's fine. But this isn't. Yeah.
But what if I would do like a Missy step? You can't fly.
That's
500
30
feet?
You can't fly at me. I fly down and then I grab him and then just get out of danger and then I fly back here.
I can Misty Step and Thunder Step.
It's okay, guys. I got it.
Yeah.
Cast fly on myself and I jump. I run upstairs and jump over.
Can I hitch ride with you?
No,
I'm only
I
at
can only
30 feet.
dimension door one person.
Yeah, so you need to do it with. Gotcha.
So you have to mention right here.
Hold on, just so we're clear, the ship is still moving. So by the time you get down there, the ship's gonna be farther away.
Okay, but I'll still be flying. So if I dimension door, well, here's my plan. If I dimension door down and grab him.
Okay.
Or no, I'm gonna fly down there, grab him, dimension door back up to where I was, then I can just fly after the ship.
How far can you fly in a run?
It's 50 feet,
s-
right?
I think 60 feet.
60 feet?
It's good flight
I,
speed.
I thought it was 120.
no, it's not
Let me see.
No, there's no way.
It's
That's
not
road.
if you
120.
double dash, it's gonna be 60 feet because it's whatever your walking speed is.
It is.
I think. That are you can look it up. I
I
don't.
can look
I,
up fly.
I looked
Yeah.
at all the
I
rules
read
today. I
it.
had to look up that one for a humanoid flying.
It's 60 feet. It's
60
60 feet for the
60
duration.
feet. Okay,
Yeah.
good. 60 feet. So
10 minutes, 60 feet.
Okay. It's gonna take you a while to get there. That's 60 because you're 500 feet away.
Okay.
60
So I mean,
feet.
as you're, I mean, just
60 feet.
before we decide to do this, I mean, they all have crossbows. I mean, if they see you flying in, you're gonna take fire for a few rounds.
That's why I was hoping I could come with you, but
All right, then new plan. Wait, do I have? Yeah, new plan. I'm just gonna dimension door down, grab him, and cape out.
Dimension door again. Okay, you spell and then
Cape and
advance.
spell.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
You sure? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. He likes me.
Wow,
Okay.
it's beautiful.
Actually, I don't, but I like Ned.
So as you see Andrew rush upstairs, get to the top of the bow, looks over the railing, and disappears. You emerge next to Buick, and he is hunched over. There's blood pouring out of his wounds. He's got javelins that are stuck into him, and he can't seem to pull them out. And all around you is stone and brick that has been fallen over. There's a small dust that has emerged around you. You hear shouts and screams of like, "Get him! Kill him!" You know, from the opposite side. Off in the distance, you see armored soldiers trucking in. They have their swords, and above them, you see guys with crossbows.
Grab Buick and cape.
Okay. So just before you cape out, they're going to launch one volley.
Oh jeez.
Well, what's your AC?
21.
Yeah, I gotcha. So.
That is a crazy range on that spell. I didn't realize you could go like that far.
Okay. So as you start to pull your cape around Buick to bamf him out of there, there's 4 crossbow bolts just ching 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 hit you in the shoulders and the arms. You take let's see, 15 piercing damage. But as you suddenly go, and you see this little puff of smoke, and when you're gone, you're back on the ship.
One mentor, slightly pierced.
Oh no!
Fully clad in armor by this point, I'm assuming. Looking sweet. I'm gonna come over to you and I'm gonna mentally panic, and I'm gonna come over there and lay my hands
to fix you, and then our
No,
friends.
no. Take care of him.
Buick first.
Oh,
Buick
right.
is in way rougher shape.
Let me triage this. I mean, I just love you so much.
Oh my god.
I can heal myself, thanks.
I'm gonna give everything I can to our friend Buick.
Yeah, I'm gonna
When I,
do what I can
oh,
to help, like,
cure
pull
me.
the javelins and bolts out of them.
So by the time you reach him and you put your hands on him, your healing light goes into him. It's not working.
Wait a minute.
Is he dead?
Who's around? Yeah, like Ned, are you there?
I'm there.
Ah, shit.
Make a medicine check.
What the heck is medicine?
It's off of wisdom.
Wisdom? Oh, and then that's a 15.
Yeah. You take a quick look. You scan him over and you realize that just before Andrew picked him up, he was dead from the javelin hits.
No! No! No!
I'm sorry, Ned.
You guys tried your best. Just like sad little eyeballs.
I'm gonna do prayer as I start immediately.
Okay. You start praying over the corpse of Buick, and the ship is now turning, and you see the light kind of charging up again, but it's going to take a while. Make another check.
Guidance.
Oh,
Man,
I'm watching it like.
as I'm rolling this, where are my options at this point? Because I just dove next to a temple.
You can navigate between them. Yeah, that's your best shot right now.
Okay.
You have two buildings.
17 again.
Okay, yeah, so you're kind of navigating between these buildings, you're guiding it. The next time you make a check, you're going to have to bank hard right to get out of here.
Okay.
Okay? So, charging again, and so you see the crystal kind of shift towards the buildings. Anything else doing anything?
Do I think that we're gonna be behind a building by the time that thing fires?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I can do that.
16 plus 9. 16 plus 9.
Yes, it is very likely you'll be behind a building, but based upon the devastation of the previous raid, the building didn't stop it.
pierced at least a little
Oh,
bit.
okay. Blew right through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is harder to get a good read on the airship based upon the buildings and stuff like that.
I see.
How far away is the tower from the ship?
Currently a quarter mile.
How
Sorry,
much longer do we think we're going to be in range for that?
not much longer. If you can survive the next round and if he makes his next check, you'll be out.
Can I position myself to where I would take the brunt of that? In my past, and with my abilities, is that something that could be feasibly possible? I've survived.
You could die.
Could I survive it?
It vaporized a building.
Are you Thor?
In fact,
Can you handle the fire by like the heat of a
So
sun?
listen, like I can stop magic stuff. Like, and if my shield
It
can
is
prevent
not
it,
likely that you will survive that.
it's not likely.
Tyrael.
Okay.
don't be an
Do I see anything
attack
resembling like talking pipes or horns that would be near the helm to reach below decks?
Oh, you want to talk to the engineering room?
Make a perception check.
Jesus. Okay.
At least that wasn't steering the ship.
I wish I could have
Yeah.
I could
Focused on
have helped you
steering?
with that before you rolled it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely not what I wanted.
Quick, come on.
Yeah, I don't see one.
Okay, so as you're
Suffice
guiding
to
the
say.
ship through these buildings, you kind of getting a little too close. You hear this scrape and like stones falling off, and you're like, oh, great. You're pulling it back to the side and hit the other building a little bit. You're too distracted trying to steer the thing, and you're not looking for other stuff.
I'm casting wall of force between us and the tower.
Okay, cool. So
As many of as I can
Okay,
are along the side of the ship.
good.
Can I tell him where to shape it and then ask somebody to get down to the engine room at the same time?
Isn't Thurkir down there? On the cannon still?
I'm a cannon. Are they inside or on the? Did you shoot them from? I don't know. I don't understand
You
where
said
are we
were-
shooting from.
You said we went down into the ship.
Oh, okay, well then I'm
yeah,
still.
so you're,
I'm
yeah,
still
you're,
down
you're
there.
below deck, and you can still reload. What was the first question?
I need Tuzar to shape it in a particular way.
What way?
I need
You
you.
already put it up.
He already put it up.
You put it
Yeah,
on the
it's
side
in
of the
between
ship.
us and the tower, so the tower won't be able to hit us.
Yeah.
But I'm swinging, so
No,
you
it's
might
gonna
have
move
wall.
with the
You're
boat.
gonna arc to the starboard side again.
Yes. So I was gonna say, cover my port and aft.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, that's what I understood.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
you covered the parts of the ship
Yeah.
that were going to be exposed based
Yeah,
on where the
and-
yeah.
The way I imagine it happening is because you rolled that perception check, you anticipated where you're gonna be, and you cast it out in front of you.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. So
Okay, good. Last check.
Guidance.
So much guidance. Alvin's just like,
That's
you're doing
why-
so
that's why I
great,
re-
Tyrael.
Buildings get
Doing
narrower
great.
as he's guiding this ship through it.
Okay, so what is this?
You start to climb in
I
elevation.
believe that's a D10.
D10. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I pass the fucking trick.
There's always mug.
The
Did you use inspiration yet?
oh
No,
there's
that was an
inspiration
11.
in
That was
mug.
an 11. I remember. 18.
That's good.
18?
18.
That's good.
Okay. So as the ship, the engines start to kick on, you feel this, and the ship just takes off a bit, and you scrape the top of the last tower, and you bank hard to the right, and you careen away. You are currently out of the range, and the city of Cliff Knoll is rapidly disappearing behind you.
Ludicrous speed, go!
Space
Oh.
speed.
Tyrael, my friend, I was so nervous. Just,
No.
Bro, hug it out. Dude.
Oh my gosh.
You probably had to pick me up a little to make that happen. Bend over.
Our human avatars worked it out.
Yeah.
Guys, I need somebody down in the engine room next time.
Oh, that's where I'm gonna live.
Okay.
That's where we're gonna live.
That's my new home.
Become part of the ship.
Can you guys just wire me in?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Our new player character is an airship.
I'm not doing that.
Darn.
I'm not gonna be an airship.
The soul.
Oh,
You'll-
Venom.
Tuzar.
I would be the airship.
Tuzar
You'd be the
would be
airship?
the airship.
Maybe. Maybe
Oh,
someday.
boy.
Maybe
Alvin,
someday I'll be an airship.
Alvin, can you reincarnate him into the airship?
I have a
Beautiful
reincarnate
saber
spell,
will
but
become
it doesn't. It's random.
Airship
It doesn't
saber.
let you pick what you become.
So you currently have hijacked an airship from the kingdom of Briga, stolen from the city of Cliffknoll. You are the proud owners of an airship.
We should name it. We should name our airship.
I'd like to first talk to the gnome tinkerer and figure out everything I need to know, like ammunition and I'm sorry, yeah,
Hold
like
on.
this is
I think we should name it the Buick LeSabre.
Yeah.
Wow.
The airship LeSabre.
Airship
So-
saver.
Par for the course for the oddlot.
Yeah.
And sentimental at the same time.
This is the Buick LeSabre. This is it.
Come on, get in the Buick.
But
I think that's pretty well official. I think that is what the
Inspiration.
That's perfect.
and
It's up to you guys.
we could bring him back.
What do you want?
We can't name it Buick LeSabre if
And then bring him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
He would
it
come
feels
back as Buick. He'd be like whatever he was before he was Buick, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, his real name's not Buick. I'm sure you guys all figured that out. But
so then we shouldn't name it.
Yeah, and I don't think that's his real mustache either.
It's what it was to us, I was Buick.
Right.
You could name like Lizard Man name after
What was
he
Buick
does.
LeSabre's religion?
fly.
Arrogant wind
Would you have
man.
known?
he really had a religion. I don't know. I mean, he always just talked to me about like stealing stuff. Taught me like little magic tricks and stuff.
We want
Yeah.
to be brought back, do you think? You ever talk about that with him?
Well, I want him to be brought back, but like, what would he want? Can I roll a thing to figure out, see what Ned knows about
You
Buicks?
can make a history check
Yeah.
Can I give her a bonus on that?
if you wish.
Would like to.
What's the
like,
bonus?
Like,
Oh,
I would just
advantage?
advantage, yeah.
Well, no, you can't give her advantage on this because
Because
This
she's
is
trying to
personal.
remember
yeah,
something.
personal.
It's not the
if
same.
you're like if we're like guidance or something, that's different.
I'll give you my last inspiration.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yep,
you've been
that
tossing those out like candy. Sorry about you.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's been an
Oh god,
eventful
that's
day.
a terrible roll. I'm gonna need that inspiration. Actually, let me be lucky first, because that was that's a 3.
Yeah, that's a rough start.
That's also a 3. This is just what's
Okay.
rated to be. Yeah, that is 6. And that does no idea.
Well,
Thank you.
based on yeah, you start to think about this real quickly. You're kind of in shock over what just happened to your mentor. You're grieving a little bit, and it's tough for you to think. But you recall Buick having a hard life, a life that was always on the run, that was always he was always looking over his shoulder, looking for the next opportunity, that kind of thing, and. Do with that information what you will.
The DM just doesn't want to do the voice anymore.
Yeah, that's
Just
what I
tired
was
of
thinking.
being Buick.
Tired
No,
of doing voices.
I love Buick.
It is a very dramatic thing to have happen. It makes sense that there'd be some big loss for what we just did.
Tuzar's gonna come over to you and be like, you also talking about maybe becoming a 9-blade.
Like, but I don't want to. Oh.
And what better spot would what would Buick want other than for you to take his place in something like this?
Neither of our spells would work if he doesn't want to come back.
What spells? How do these spells work? Would he have to come back as himself? Like you said something about
Mine, he comes
reincarnation.
back.
My spells reincarnate. He would come back with all of his memories and abilities, but he would come back as a random race, and you would just have to readjust the.
It would be like a fresh start for him, maybe.
Could be. I
what-
don't think I have the.
And don't you have reanimate?
No, I've raised that.
Raised dead. That's what it is.
I have Revivify, but he had
No,
to
it's
have
been-
died
a
in the
minute's
last
passed,
minute.
yeah.
Mine'll work, but I don't think I have it prepared today. And also, I would definitely have to check the.
Ingredients.
Yes, the components.
Yeah, it's a
I think the
spendy-
material
it's a
components are
spendy spell.
specific.
How does the age
It is spendy. It's
work?
really costly.
I'm sorry. What?
How does the age work in reincarnate?
I'm looking it up right now.
Age?
Oh,
Yeah.
You're given a brand new body.
So you could probably be pretty young.
It could be any. It could be someone old, someone new. It could be someone just born.
Yeah.
Totally random.
Because
And it's my choice because I'm the DM.
it would super suck if you were like old and you reincarnated as a race that died younger.
All right.
Oh, I see what
So,
you're saying.
providing the creature has been dead for no longer than 10 days, I would still be able to cast this. But it is spendy. It requires rare oils and unguents worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
I need a ruling on mine. It says a diamond worth at least 500 gold pieces. Could I have a total number of diamonds?
No.
Oh, because we have all those small diamonds.
We have lots of little diamonds, but one big
Because-
diamond.
Do we have
The
glue?
spell focuses on just one entity and consumes that one.
That
thing.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can't do it then.
So we'd have to hit up an expensive merchant or some temple or something for the stuff
We
that I
can't.
would
We
need.
have important things that we have to do
Which
that
is
are beyond.
Which is why I wanted to say,
Yeah.
if we do it within 10 days of his death, my spell will still work. If we decide to do that.
Do anybody have gentle repose?
No.
I found a blanket.
Is there an ice box in the ship?
Weren't we just talking about this yesterday? Why are there so many
You guys
dead
are-
bodies on boats?
We hung ours out in the back.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's in
we
the
were
there's
in
no
space
air.
though. Ours
There's
was
no air
very
to preserve
specific.
them.
Yeah.
So we don't have that.
And we
option.
built a coffin and stuff. It was actually very nice.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was just gonna put a sheet over him.
I swear I didn't watch the stream yesterday. I have no idea what this is. This is what you're talking about. Sorry.
This did happen. Oh,
Did you already burn the spell slot for gentle repose, or
No, I asked if anybody had it.
no? For Anolo,
I don't
you
have
have
gentle
that?
repose.
I thought that was a paladin
I
thing.
have Revivify.
It's a pretty lame spell to take most of the time.
It's creepy.
I don't even have it in my known
I
list.
don't,
body
I don't know
fresh.
what it does.
Yeah, you
keep a body
so that
fresh
people
for
can come
like-
back
Oh,
and
it sounds
like
like a cleric spell.
Is what?
So they couldn't come back as zombies.
To help you
Oh.
out.
No, that is my ceremony.
I'm going to go down and ask the gnomes if any of them know this type of magic.
Oh, if any of them can bring back the dead?
No, what, or
No,
gentle
the
repose
gentle
or
repose.
anything.
Gentle
They seem to be
repose.
magic users.
Yeah, you go and see Gimbal, and he's like,
Hey,
you guys, I don't think you do, but you just checking. Can you use this, the dead guy's, dying? They look around, like they peek out from behind cogs and gears and posts, they're like, sorry.
Worth a shot.
They're straight up tinkerers, they're not like...
Maybe if they have wands.
You could just keep casting cold on them or something.
Wands don't solve everything.
Yes, they do.
Wands might just be tools for them.
it just so happens Slim's a necromancer.
They all
I thought that Slim was shady.
Oh, that was too good.
You win
Points!
You win one of those M&Ms they brought.
Do we get inspiration from that one? No, we do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
we
was
did.
beautiful.
We put it in there.
I was not ready for that.
The dad force is strong with you.
The
Oh
dad
my
jokes
God.
flow through him.
Yes, they do.
While everyone's distracted, Thurkir would like to hide his loot
Oh my God.
somewhere where only he knows where it is on the ship.
Is there a sleight of hand thing still?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still
make a
sleight of hand.
check.
Stuff it in the song. Why? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. 14.
Okay, so you're looking around and you go and you find, especially in the deck that you're on, there are several rooms that, and you start looking in and they have the porters, and there's some for a kitchen. There's other stuff, but you find like a closet. You kind of just
That sounds
put the body in there, and you close it, and you're standing there like.
I want to do a perception check to see if anyone saw me.
Okay.
Stealthy peeks.
Ooh, that's good. 18 plus 5, 23.
Snow's
no
in
one
the
has seen
bathtub
you do
again.
this.
Yes.
Where'd
God,
Thurkir
that's
go?
creepy looking.
Yeah,
He's
she's
like,
there.
I can animate him. No. I don't know. It's probably not what you want.
Mordo
that will
rolls
help.
over in grave.
I cover Dad's ears.
I don't know. Sorry. The other, I do have one necromancy scroll, but I don't know what it does.
Ooh.
That sounds dangerous.
Why you know what it does?
That's
I haven't
spooky.
identified it. I don't know it's
You just know that
necromancy.
it's necromancy. Interesting.
He's already dead. How could it
Oh,
hurt?
because you did detect magic, but you don't know what the But bringing a loved one back as a zombie, kind of emotionally scarred.
Probably yes.
Why?
Because it wouldn't be them. It's just their lump.
I think we should
Flesh
wait
lump.
and see if it's within our abilities to reincarnate him, or is your spell gonna?
I need a 500 gold piece
Okay.
diamond.
So no matter what, we need to get the material components, or none of our spels are gonna do it.
Does yours have a time limit for how long before the
have to save the
body's too
unicorn
gross,
first, though.
kind
But
of,
we do have to save you.
or whatever?
yeah, but it's
Hopefully, it doesn't take us 10 days to do that.
Well, I do have the giant seed diamond.
What? That's not a diamond though. That's a gem,
Is it?
right?
We called
the
it the
big-
Spoonmaker's Diamond.
Spoonmaker's diamond, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a diamond.
There's a diamond?
It's a multifaceted diamond.
holy.
It's
Well,
definitely worth.
At least
All of it.
500 gold.
I was gonna turn it into a death ray, but
Did you just say that?
yes.
I have 10 days as well.
Okay.
Yours is 10 days too? Alright, so we've got a little bit of time on our side.
Well, no, if
But
you
if
got
you
a
got-
giant death ray coming from his pocket.
You want to use it now?
I mean, this seems very important to you, right?
Well, the truth is, I think if Buick could get a second chance at life, that'd be one thing. But to be back as himself, like if he could become a new person, I think he'd really want that. But I don't think he'd want to just be brought back the way he is, because he's like a wanted man, even though he's really cool.
So if he had the chance to be reincarnated into a new body, you think that would be
He could like live
most
his
helpful
dreams
for
or
him.
something. In a place where he doesn't need that really cool sword of his.
Maybe we could sell the diamond.
To which Ned is already high.
No one should have it.
Oh, I know!
Is the sword still there?
Yeah, he's got his armor and he's still holding his sword.
Oh my god.
He doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't. It's definitely. I was gonna.
No, it's for Ned. It's for Ned.
I was gonna take.
I just looked at you with extreme disgust.
You're the good guys.
We're the good guys.
It's what Buick would have wanted.
Hey, I was going to spend 500 gold pieces
We're the good
to bring
guys.
this guy back. I don't
What
even
could
mind.
go
I feel like
wrong?
we should start putting
Mistakes
quotations
were made.
around that.
Good guys. Yeah, I'm gonna loot Buick's body. It's what he would have wanted.
Episode title. It's what he wanted.
I like that one too.
Okay, so you get the Cutlass Supreme.
Awesome. All right.
Damn it.
So it's then I'll catch you up.
We
on
can
some
deal with
stuff
that later. Yeah. Don't worry about
So
it.
if we are going to do this, we're going to do reincarnate, not raise dead.
I think so. I think.
Okay. So you won't come back as Buick LeSabre anymore. So we can call the ship the Buick LeSabre.
Yeah, but exactly. It's the best of all worlds. We just have to find these weird oils and stuff if we can.
I kind of wish his name was Porsche.
So we could be driving a
shoot,
Porsche.
what
Sounds like a
What's the
woman's
car that
name.
you really
and
like?
This ship has got
Is
to
that
be
the
a
one
Buick.
from the 80s?
So the Cutlass.
He also has a crossbow, a hand crossbow, a long sword, a rapier, a short sword. He was armed with teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really was.
Where do you think Ned got this from? Like, I have like 1,000 swords in my.
There's disguise kit, thieves' tools, and a set of playing cards that you recognize.
I will definitely. I'm gonna take the playing cards and I'm gonna add all of his mustaches to my kit.
Okay.
So many mustaches.
Now,
As
when
far
you
as,
say all of
hand
them, do
crossbow
you
and
mean the
stuff
one he's
goes.
wearing too?
What?
Do you mean the one he's wearing too?
Oh heck yeah!
That's his best one. Probably.
It
That's
probably
going
is his
in a
best
special
one.
little pouch.
Was that?
He did change clothes before the battle, so it wasn't in the blues and wasn't in the white.
Did you let him keep the wig?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
You don't want to wear a dead man's wig. A mustache is fine, but the wig's
A mustache
too
is
far.
one
There's a
step
line
too
to be
far.
drawn somewhere.
Yeah,
Too far.
have some decent.
So many good titles.
A
Dead
wig
man's
too
wig.
far.
You don't take a dead man's
Yeah.
wig.
Anyway, what's next? So you guys are cruising around
We're
and you
heading-
feel the air just whip by you and it's cooling you off after the recent foray and the energy that you expended there. Cooling you off. The sweat in your brow is drying. It feels like freedom. As you're cruising around, clouds are whipping by you. Like you see moisture in your in your face and stuff like that. It's a really awesome, cool experience. The balloon itself has been reinflated back to its capacity. Gimble comes up to the deck and he's like, "Wow, we made it! Good job, everybody! Well done!"
Well, we didn't all make it.
Well,
And he sees the body. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Sometimes stick my foot in my mouth, and I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. So, is there any? I know the ship was still something you were working on. Is there stuff you could still keep fixing up on the ship before we drop you off somewhere, or?
Well, we have. We can try to work on it in midair, but that's really difficult because the thing's moving. If we're gonna do extensive repairs, we're gonna have to find a place to land and really dedicate some time to it. Because right now, the only thing that's really missing are the abjuration spells that are imbued into the hull of this thing.
That do what? Abjuration. That's a fancy word.
It provides magical armor.
Oh, that sounds
True.
good.
If we gave you the means to work on it in the air, how long it would take?
That probably can't happen. Because I have to shut down the engine,
Oh.
Well, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I
while we're
can't do
flying.
that in the air. Yeah.
We'll have to do land.
I'm curious why he said probably can't happen.
Maybe
As
he's being
opposed
polite.
to definitely.
But he's a gnome. He's probably just being polite.
If you had an alternate heat source of some sort, how long would you be able to fly?
Well, this is fascinating. What are you explaining? What are you talking about?
We have a number of magic casters here. If we all casted basic cantrips to keep the heat in going to the balloon, how long could you do you think we could shut off?
Nah.
One generator left.
Nah, not with cantrips. We need something more powerful. We need like an elemental or something.
If only we had a star in our pocket.
That's true.
We did.
We did have that at
We
one
don't
point.
anymore. Yeah,
So
Wes.
if an elemental was in the balloon, it would work.
In the furnace. The power of the
A
power.
pretty big one. Can you turn people into an elemental? No.
No, that's
That'd be
not a
cool.
beast.
I would love to do that.
I can talk to them.
I don't think I have it prepared right now, but I might be able to summon one.
So after a short nap.
Really?
But anyhow, that's really if that's
Yeah,
all it
let
is,
me look if
all
that's
it is
on my
is armor,
list
we
currently.
could deal with that later. We need.
Right.
We're currently heading towards the unicorn, right?
We have to, yes.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
we'll see,
um,
et cetera, et cetera.
What?
What was attacking the unicorn?
Your lady.
With the dragon? Or just,
Yeah.
or just Esmeralda?
With the dragon, probably.
So an armored ship might be like a really good thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, not getting there in time would be
That's-
the worst thing.
Yes.
So we could definitely, like, as we go, we could see if we could sort out a way to do this
Yeah,
on the fly.
I'm
But I just wanna make sure we're
consulting
actually
that. I think I
traveling
would need a
currently
long
through it.
rest to reset my
How long?
spells if it's in
How
there.
long do we need to get there?
It's going to be at least a long rest, probably more, because you're going to have to travel a few hundred miles.
I'm going to go hit the raft right now because I need to heal and...
Same.
Oh yeah, I could use a short
Okay.
rest for some hit dice, right?
Well,
long
this is a long rest. So
Oh,
you-
we
you
can
guys-
we can do the
you'll
long
have-
rest.
You'll
Okay.
have time to recuperate, to rest, to actually walk around the ship, to examine it, stuff like that. Should you wish.
Yeah, I have Conjure Elemental.
Okay. Tyrael.
If I'm long resting, can I stay at the helm and keep us going in a straight line?
You want to sleep at the
Autopilot.
wheel?
Someone else. You can take turns. You can take watch.
Okay. Yeah.
So
just
someone
as long
else
as
has
somebody's
to-
holding it straight.
Yeah. Someone else can do that. You guys can sort that out.
Can I long rest and steer the ship at the same time?
No.
I didn't think so, but I thought
Sorry.
I'd give it a shot.
Yeah. Okay. So as you guys start to examine the ship, there are several quarters that are available for you. There are several rooms that have single beds that are enough for just one person. There's a couple rooms that are just for two people. I don't have the map with me. I'm sorry. I'll bring it. Assuming you end up keeping this thing in one piece.
Oh, yeah.
In one piece, right?
one
Yeah.
piece.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah. I'll have the map next week. But for right now, there are plenty of beds for all of you, and there's plenty of crew quarters for all the gnomes as well. Yeah,
Is there captain's quarters?
there is.
And the little gnome dude's not using it?
He's not the captain.
Wow, they're all literally they were just slaves.
I'd like to go in that room.
Hey,
With you, of course. We're the captain's. I'm sure there's two
Noel and
beds.
Andrew
and
In the
Sharing
captain's
captain's
quarters, I'm
quarters.
sure there's two
There's a
beds.
brig.
What is the worst
that
thing
got
to go
weird.
into this?
It's okay.
No,
Yeah.
you can have the captain quarters.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Sharing a suite aboard the
Yeah,
airship that you
okay.
just stole.
Yeah, I think I'll just take my own.
Okay. Other folks want to look around, examine things, or check stuff out.
Snow's gonna look at all the craftsmanship and stuff like that throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it is pretty exquisite. It's for a warship. It's pretty solid, and well made, and it's someone who's even taken the time to put like little ornamentations on the inside of it just to add some flair to it. Mostly these kind of whorl patterns that are circular, and there's like leaves sprouting out a bit here and there. But there's also lots of images and references to Ilnator, the god of endurance. So you'll see that you often see the fist with the red cords hidden amongst whorls.
Gonna walk up to one of the gnomes and Hey, did you guys do all the pattern work and stuff on this thing?
Yeah, we tried. They had some pretty weird specifications, but we do our best, and they didn't get a chance to see it. So who gives a fuck?
What it's worth, you did a really good job on it.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Tuesday?
Yeah, I want to do detect magic.
Okay.
And see if I can see anything interesting on the ship that is. Make sure that they're not following us, or they're not. There's nothing.
Or like a tracking beacon.
Look for cool loot that's on the ship, cool magic loot, and two, I want to see if they make sure that like the ship is clean.
Okay, so you're looking for like surveillance stuff, divination things, particularly.
Yeah, well, but any magic I'm looking for, but
yeah, in particular, that would be nice. Yeah.
Okay, so you cast detect magic, and you like just the aura of your vision changes to like this multicolored hue of things. Make an investigation check.
Mug.
It's better.
Wait. 25.
Slowest computer ever.
Sorry.
25.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you scan the entirety of the ship, you're going forward to aft, top deck, middle deck, below deck, and there's all the way around. You get no signs of any kind of surveillance kind of things. There are portions that are unfinished that are sort of receptacles of abjuration magic, and you realize that whatever magic would be utilized by the ship would emanate from those sections. They're kind of like these weird little ruby gemstones that are polished off on the outside, but on the inside they're just kind of rough and rough hewn. And those are scattered around the inside of the ship, on the lower, all the way to the inside of the hull and stuff like that. One of the boxes that you managed to load emanates an orange yellowish glow. You open it up, and it's a box full of healing potions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Other than that, you see the magic emanating from the rest of you. The wands that the gnomes are carrying, the stuff that Buick had on him, and that's pretty much it.
What kind of magic are the gnomes' wands?
Transmutation.
Okay.
When we say the stuff
well,
that Buick has.
it's interesting because sometimes it's transmutation and sometimes it's evocation.
Okay.
It sort of oscillates back and forth depending upon what they are doing.
Neat.
Like tool.
I would like to go and spend as much time as possible with them and figure out and learn as much as I possibly can.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. Just what kind of magic does Buick's stuff have?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because he says stuff that Buick had, not just the sword.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm curious.
Just
the sword? Okay.
Just the sword.
Just making sure, because there was like 1,000 other swords. And I'm like, do they have like...
No, just the supreme.
Just the supreme. Okay.
It's got some supreme magic.
No, you're good.
Okay, Alvin.
I'd like to find Gimbal and talk to him.
Okay.
So Gimbal, here's the thing. my tiefling friend Tyrael had kind of a crazy idea about trying to have you repair the ship. How long would it take to do that? Let's say that I could summon a fire elemental, but I could only do it for an hour. Would that be enough time to repair the ship while flying?
Could you summon it inside the engine?
Yeah.
Because if you summon it in here, it's going to light the whole ship on fire. That's not going to be good.
I can control where I summon it. Would an hour be enough time?
No.
Okay. That idea's out.
Alright, I guess we're going without armor. Is there food on this ship?
Make an investigation.
I was gonna say.
You got gnomes to feed. You don't want a whole bunch of hungry gnomes. That's bad news.
That might could be going through the crate.
Okay. Check it. You can.
Yeah, that's a 5th level.
Oh, advantage?
Oh, he's helping you out. He's just
Oh no, you go ahead.
Okay,
You
so
look
as
the
you're
other
looking
half.
through the crates, you lift it up. You can't really get it open. You're like, you kick it.
Sounds alright.
Do you want investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Awesome.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So it's usually like, you're sniffing around, like kind of moving stuff out of the way. You're getting all kinds of interesting smells. So you get stuff like raw ore. So you get another box that has or smells like it would be iron or a metal of some sort. Another box has just like rope and other kind of dry goods, and then finally you get to the last box and it has provisions. So there is some food there in one of the crates that Tuzard managed to put on board the ship.
I'm gonna point out to everybody everything that I found in the crates, and maybe somebody with a little more muscle can get them open.
Okay.
I'm asleep. Are you asleep?
I'll run down and go do it, and then no, yeah, I'm asleep. I definitely.
You
zoned
guys
out.
immediately went to bed, huh?
I figured
We can
I
take
ate
care
a
of that stuff.
ham leg and
In the morning.
Tyrell.
I'm gonna ask Gimbal if they have like any ball bearings or anything, any small metal things, like even silverware at this point.
Metal.
What do you want silverware for? I mean, what do you want? We might have something.
We may be fighting close aerial combat, and I would like to make small kegs filled with metal to put in front of the cannonball.
Or boom boxes.
Grape shot.
Oh, you're making like a shrapnel thing, okay? Well, I mean, this is a new ship. We don't have a lot of new stuff. I mean, I could scrounge around. We could look for some things. Maybe, I don't know.
Anything would do, and small kegs to put them in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get the guys on it.
Thank you.
All right. So before you guys settle in for the evening, does anybody wish to talk to each other or have a moment of like kind of?
I'm already. Yeah, I'm hours asleep at this point.
Okay.
I was gonna check on Mr. Bricks before I went to bed. It's
Okay.
been a while since we role played that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten bigger.
Okay.
He's very hungry.
I cover his eyes up a little bit. Hey, Mr. Bricks, how you doing? Oh, that's a good boy. And I keep him covered up and I give him little scritches. And then I look for like some jerky or something to feed him. We probably don't have anything
I'll
fresh on
hook
board.
you up. Well, I mean, they're curious.
I'm not feeding him people. I want to keep him on an animal diet with the occasional good berry.
For the best.
Oh, who's a good Mr. Bricks? Who's a good Mr. Bricks? You are.
Can you speak to animals with him yet? Can he talk?
Well, I mean, I can speak with small animals. It's a forest gnome thing. I just have been waiting for Mr. Bricks to be verbal.
Yeah.
So I think that's a matter of time. I would say that's the man in the fez's decision.
I'm gonna wait till everyone's asleep. I have night business.
Okay, so y'all fall asleep. Y'all taking your rests.
I'm gonna sleep next to Buick's body because there's somebody that I know that I don't think is
Okay.
trustworthy. I'd like him to have his feet. You know.
Understandable.
Okay.
You could be a little extra peckish, you know.
So who's piloting the ship for the first watch?
I'll do it first.
Okay. Tutorial.
I went to sleep earliest so you can wake me up.
So Ned, you kind of curl up next to Buick's body.
It's near enough that if I hear a gnawing sound.
Yeah.
We could put it in a room for you, so you can sleep in a room, so that you have the door between you and
That's reasonable.
Toothy.
This is discriminatory.
So you managed to take the body and dispose of it into a room to give it some decency and dignity and some privacy, and you have the evening to yourself. You kind of lock the door from the inside. Do your thing.
I'm gonna go get Tuzard, actually.
What?
Stealthily.
Okay.
I need you to look at something.
Well, all right.
And I'll take you to my hiding spot.
Okay. What do we?
The Kier is no worried about you. You don't eat.
No.
But you can look at the items and tell their Kier what they do.
Oh,
while
okay.
While he eats dinner.
Oh, because this is the guy.
You've seen it already.
Yeah, that's true.
He wants dinner and a show, you know?
Oh, neutral.
Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
So, I mean, now that you're safe with dinner, like, are you going for a whole leg or maybe
Oh, yeah.
So as you are looking through the Inquisitor, you find that he has a whip and the rapier, both of which are not magic, but he does have a few tanglefoot bags on him, which would, if you launch at somebody, kind of like a sticky trap, and it would either prevent them from moving or bind someone's hands. You prevent people from doing if you want to stick something.
What about the wrist things?
Oh, are those magical?
Those are just ornamental.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's an insignia.
Oh, I see. I thought they were like magic grabbers.
Magic
Or
grabbers?
sensors or something.
Maybe they're spell
No,
markers.
they're just
It's a symbol.
all the Inquisitors are experts in divination magic. They're all very open to lots of things, and they're all very nimble. So the whip was just kind of doing lash stuff out of people's hands and stuff.
Is there any like money or anything on him? generally?
He had 13 gold pieces and 10 coppers.
Okay. Well, there's nothing you want, right?
Well, I'll take some money.
Okay, I don't want it.
All right. Awesome. I'll take that. How much money? Wait. 13 what?
13 gold,
13
and 10
gold,
copper.
10 copper.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I got confused.
All right.
So I guess I'll keep the
What do you
tanglefoot
want
bags.
gold
That sounds
for?
like a hunter type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy things with money.
Magic stuff, I guess.
Are you
Or you
kidding?
could make your own.
So I'm
How many tanglefoot bags was it?
Weren't we just talking
3
about
times
spells
3.
with crazy expensive
Yeah.
spell components?
Yeah, I'll leave him to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you leave Third Care to his snack. The rest of you find peace and so serenity up in the skies. It's it's unlike a ship where it has the bobbing and motion of the sea. This is just kind of this gliding through the air, and it's comforting. And some of you find restful sleep, and others maybe not so much. And as sleep takes you, you think about the day's events, the loss of Buick, and the challenge ahead of you. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Break time!
Intermission.
More coffee!
Intermission.
Don't forget to play the music this time.
I'm gonna forget.
You guys are so worried about this dragon.
Huh?
You were so worried about this dragon thing.
No, I it's just.
Concerned.
It was funny because Tucker was texting me earlier. He's like, "You didn't have us. You planted the seed of stealing an airship just so you could attack us in the air with a red dragon, did you?" I'm like,
You said that to me yesterday. Something I'd never thought about. I was like, I hope that's not what he's doing.
So the boat's made of wood.
Right.
there's no defensive magic on it either, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And the dragon is red.
Right.
We need to park this thing.
I still have my very fashionable feather fall scarf, so I'm good.
No.
You gave it to me.
Oh, I did. That's right. I have a feather though.
No. We need to
I
park this
stole it off the
thing
museum lady.
and walk a little ways to where we're gonna fight the dragon.
I gave you that scarf. It looks good on you.
It's in case I have to do
Okay,
the.
we're back, right?
Yes, we are.
Oh, we're back. Hey, we're back. Okay, welcome back, everybody.
Woohoo!
Sorry.
Hi, internet.
Yeah. Okay. So as you wake up the next day aboard your brand new airship, the sunrise looks a little different. It's crystal clear. You see much more of the sun than you normally do, and it's a beautiful, beautiful morning here in the skies. You have, let's see, Gimbal and his crew have taken to the kitchen, and they have found some provisions, and they're kind of making a quick breakfast. Nothing too fancy, but they are making some flapjacks out of stuff that they managed to scrounge from the crates. And Wayne is sitting all at the table, kind of placid looking. Her body language anyway. She still has her mask on, and she looks around. Are you guys? I assume you're all woken up or.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pancakes smell good.
Okay.
I would have pointed out where the provisions crate was so that people could get those open so we could get a good pick of the food.
Okay.
Maybe add some bacon in?
I doubt it.
Salted pork?
No, none of that. It's unfortunately just dried goods, mostly. So flour and like apricots and stuff like that. Wayne looks at all of you. She takes her mask off.
Oh! Is she pretty?
She is very pretty.
Woo! Yay!
She has this almost blue-gray skin. It's kind of very toned and clear and bright, like pink eyes that are sparkling. And those of you who are, I guess, of the religious persuasion or have any kind of knowledge of that kind of stuff would recognize her as an Aasimar. She is one of she's part divine.
She's like the good tiefling almost, like the way they're kind of
Yeah.
the opposite.
Yeah,
Essentially,
so
the way
instead
that
of being born from
there's an
Asmodeus and the Nine Hells,
yeah.
is born from the deities and, or their agents, more than likely.
So on a scale of 1 to Ander.
How cute is she? How badly are you going to try to roll those dice? You got 4 inspiration here. And a mug.
It's a long flight, I'm just saying.
Isn't Enola going?
Oh, that's right.
After
Well, that's with the mask on. With the mask off, that changes things.
Yeah, she takes the mask off. We're all like, she's
I
breathtaking.
like
You know,
the
like,
mask. She's not my type. I concede.
But she is. You feel a sort of gravitas around her still, and she looks at you as he's in trouble.
Unicorn?
She nods slightly. I feel it.
We didn't get going fast enough, huh?
He's in. She doesn't know. She just looks kind of untoward. She just doesn't know how to really understand what this feeling or this emotion is in her. She can't really pinpoint any concrete information about this, but she just knows that her patron is in trouble.
still alive?
As far as I know, he is still alive. I sense a struggle.
Can the ship go any faster?
Gimble looks around like,
Can we do it after breakfast? Come on, I've been working all night. Come on, okay.
Oh, poor Gimbal. I'll help you.
Okay.
Whatever we can do.
okay, so you head down with the gnomes, stuff like that. Wayne is starting to snap her fingers, and she's recognizing that some of her magic is not working. It's sort of like she kind of puts her hand out. She summons a hatchet. She grips it, and it kind of just fades. She summons it again. It's just kind of blinking in and out.
What does that mean? What's that mean?
This hasn't happened before. I don't know.
Well, it's a bit scary.
Maybe it's just using a lot of its energy to defend itself.
That is very likely, but I don't know.
She's powerful, right?
She is.
It's a she.
It's a he.
Oh,
He.
it's he.
Yeah, Windstar.
the unicorns, yeah.
He's powerful.
He is powerful.
It's hard. Unicorns are so pretty. It's easy to assume it's
You
a
haven't
she.
seen this one. This one's badass.
Oh,
I'm
Spoilers.
sorry. Yeah, spoiler. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Clydesdale with a horn.
Okay. Any other questions? For for Wayne before we head to the engine room?
I'd like to smell if it's good or evil.
What?
The area. That magic
Or
that
like around
Wayne's
Wayne?
got, yeah.
Oh, well, you still detect the radiance of her goodness. You still smell hay and alfalfa and some clover.
Hello, Clover. But anything that would be preventing her good spells from working here?
No, this is just a detect alignment thing.
I don't think it's here. No, I think
It's on the other end.
It's not good.
It's your sugar cube, Daddy.
Did I take an inspiration for that one? Good lord.
Shake my head.
Okay. Anything else?
Because it's the worst.
Yeah.
Sugar cubes.
Yeah.
Just
That was like
Still getting
slowly
it.
sink into your
It
brain.
just, I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure it was appropriately setting in the brain. Good one.
Before we get to the closing bit, before we all go about our stations or whatever, Snow's gonna speak in Celestial to her.
Okay.
And be like, I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll probably just need to hold out just a little longer.
So from this small little kobold, which you've spent many days with, have many adventures with, I think it's a new surprising thing, he said. The language of the divine, of the positive plane and all the celestials, and this glorious kind of sonorous, almost bell-like language. And you hear him speak to Wayne. And Wayne responds. Oh, my dear Snow, littlest of the crew here, I hope your innocence matches your color and that you are correct.
As do I.
And she sits there. She looks like she's starting to close her eyes and try to meditate, try to focus on just reaching out to anything.
Can you cast Brain Link on all of us
every morning.
every morning? Okay, just check it out.
It's a ritual, and I do it every morning.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sort of looking at Snow like, what else has he got up his sleeve?
So down in the engine room, Gimble leads you down there, and you see the other. They've been sweating. They're tired and they're warm. But he's like, okay, boys, we gotta get this going as fast as we can. And they look like, really? Oh, okay. So,
Good berry.
We'll give them some good berries for their pancakes. Ooh, I like it.
Does that help?
good berry pancakes.
Not really. I mean,
like to
it
eat
tastes good. It restores 1 hit point per good berry, and it'll keep you fed for a day. So if they've got some hard work to do, I mean, it might help them. They'd have full
Like
stomachs.
a ship.
One berry counts as a meal for the day.
Yeah, it counts as like a day's provisions. I mean, the idea is that you could.
How many gnomes
That's a
do we
march
actually
on
have
it.
on
That
the
is a
ship?
8 gnomes.
good berry.
8. We have 8 gnomes.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry, and I'm gonna give 1 to each of the crew as a thank you for their services.
As you go around doing that, I'm gonna follow it with a gold piece. They're not slaves anymore.
This is way different tune than Zurich. This is amazing.
Zarek had personal one-on-one communication with Nolo.
I bought him expensive jewelry that we never gave to him.
Oh no, no, that was a different time.
What did
That
he
was
eat that we gave him?
you.
What did
wasn't
you
it?
What did you
What's
give
that?
him that he ate?
Oh, first of all, we're friends, and I gave him a diamond and he ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ate it. I bought him.
But
I
it
bought
was the
him
prettiest
4
type.
necklaces, 1 to put on
Yeah.
each of his eye stalks.
That's
But
right.
then we out of Newsham really fast.
We're the good guys.
Oh, come on! Don't you remember? We're friends. I don't have to live. Whoa.
Well, yeah.
Well, about that.
About that.
Somewhere Zurich's going, guys. Anyway, so
Be
as you
interesting
go,
when we catch up.
you
to
go
that.
around and you give all the gnomes a good bit. They're like, oh wow! I haven't seen one of these in like a decade. This is amazing.
Ah, you're welcome, my friends. Enjoy them.
Oh, they dive right into it, and then you come up with the gold piece. They're like, oh,
Is it my birthday too? Oh man!
So they were very happy. So all the gnomes gather around the central engine, and due to the hubbub and all the stuff before, and you didn't quite see this, but there are these little circular ports. Each of them sticks their wand in, and they step back, and they meditate a little bit, and all the wands kind of glow red, and they fire a bolt of energy inside into the engine. It takes a second, but then there's this, and you see this elemental force inside go from orange, red to blue and white, with tips of red all the way around, is swirling inside, and crackling. And they're like, okay, everybody, hold on to your britches! So that, which is just everybody in that room. So everyone else.
I don't wear britches. So.
Yeah, so you feel the ship just go, and it kind of lurches forward with a bit more kick. And everybody in the kitchen, you just like stuff's flying everywhere, silverware, pancakes are going hitting you in the face.
No.
I'm just standing normally.
Yeah. Fair enough. You're like, and then after, it takes a second, but once you readjust the speed, you realize you're traveling a little bit faster, not too much faster, not like warp speed or anything, but you are going faster than you were. And at this rate, you see the land below you just go by more quickly. Farms and fields and streams and houses and things like that. Just as you careen off towards the northern shore, the north of Ekros. It comes to a point where you see that there's this little strip, but of fortification. Maybe is it troops? Is it something? But there is a kind of a curved line that seems to separate the kingdom of Briga from the kingdom of Angshire. And you pass over that, you are crossing over into a new kingdom. As you cross, and then off in the distance, off the coast, a ways, you see this island. Tropical, large, with a central mountain. As you get closer and closer, you see that it is sloped. And it is indeed, this is the volcano that you guys are searching for. Make whoever's on the hull or on the bow, above deck, you can make perception checks.
Well, you know what? I was up there with you before, so I assume I'd do that today too.
11. I'm up there looking.
Okay. Make it with advantage.
Yeah, it's only a 9.
Exactly the same.
18.
Even
16.
with all your
Perception?
Yep.
21.
Okay, so Thirkir and Ned.
As
the airship comes around and you're coming, weaving through a little bit and coming around to sort of the right side of the mountain, you see a fleet of ships have already landed at the base of the mountain. There's maybe 3 of them. At this distance, they look smaller, so they're not like galleons or like man of wars, or not like large ships, but they are smaller ships that would contain, maybe 5-10 people each tops. Okay. And come back around the other side, you see little glints of light, little silver thing going up the mountain. It's just difficult to tell what it is, but you just see something reflecting in the sunlight. You see earth that's kind of roiling and moving up the mountain. You see fire that's spurting out and actually moving up the mountain.
Would I know what that glint would be from my time living in the mountain?
Make a history check with advantage.
Well, nat 20 will do it.
Okay.
Wow.
So.
That's some shit.
Yeah, right?
It's like that damn meme whoever sent that earlier. Oh, no. Josh sent me an article that said a rogue wasted a natural 20 on a flip.
Oh.
Just something I would do.
Yeah.
So, as you recall, amongst your time with the dwarves, and talking about these metallic fire dwarves that dwelt in the plane of fire, that would construct massive gold fortresses and create amazing artifacts. Sometimes create other armors and other things and other just amazing wonders out of metal, and they were impervious to flame. And you recognize this name as an Azer. And these little glints climbing up the mountain, you kind of think, yep, those are Azers.
Are they friendly or foes?
Typically, they are friendly.
More of like a merchant, like they develop weapons and they sell them, kind of thing.
Yeah, or they're just they oftentimes serve a deity or a good entity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deity that's maybe familiar with my deity, or not sure.
Not sure.
Okay.
Because depending upon a lot of circumstances, potentially not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I relay that information to everybody, and there's some metallic fire dwarves, and they make really cool stuff.
Neat.
It's impervious to flame, armor, armaments, that kind of thing.
Well, the only deity we know about there is the unicorn.
Did they look like they were helping? We didn't see the unicorn, did we?
Nope.
They're typically friendly, this type. I mean, I think to get an actual view, we'd have to get closer, but...
You guys didn't see the dragon, right?
Nope, I was just looking at... That was the dwarves. They were familiar to me. I would look for a dragon.
As you get closer, the earth that's moving up and the flames are moving up, they seem to have like these humanoid forms to them. Like they're actually things that are just walking and moving entities.
What's this? Flames?
Yeah.
Flames and earth.
Should we park?
Yeah.
Behind, if we park on the other side and go up the other side, is that possible, or are all the other ships around?
Okay, on the far side, where the ocean side, that's where the ships are. You're coming from this side, the land side.
I mean, there's no ships there.
Nope.
All right, that makes our approach obvious. I think.
Yeah. I think we need to park this thing. I don't want to blow up our ship before we really
How do
use
we
it.
park an airship on a
Oh, it's
mountain?
material.
We could park it at the top of this thing that they're all going towards.
And as you get closer, you see they're going into certain holes. There's like openings and stuff. They're going into the actual volcano itself.
I guess parking a ship on top of a volcano is maybe not so smart. I forgot it was a volcano.
We'll walk up like everybody else.
Gimbal, does this thing have any landing stuff?
Oh yeah, we could. It parks pretty well. It's kind of a little rough if you're not used to it, but we also have this interesting thing. We can make it hover. I mean, but we have to keep the ship running, so we have to stay on the ship and keep it going, but it burns some fuel, but it's okay. We could just sort of hover above the ground too if you want. It's up to you.
That sounds good. Keep the ship running.
Up off of the ground so that nobody can get to it.
Gimbal.
I mean, we could probably put this thing right at the lip of the volcano if you really wanted to. I mean, I don't really care.
They could drop us off and take
Yeah. Yeah, but you're gonna come back first. We will keep.
Oh, I'm not leaving. It's staying right there.
Okay.
Do you have heavy chain?
Heavy chain?
Heavy chain.
Like, how heavy? I'm a gnome.
Enough to support the weight of the ship.
What?
What are you
Do you
doing?
still have your removable rock?
Yes. It's not. It's a that name is a slight.
It's a slight misnomer.
A slight misnomer.
Yeah.
It is
not an
mostly
indestructible.
immovable.
It's not an indestructible rod
It's
either.
immovable against a certain amount of force.
Okay.
But after that,
Well, what's the force?
it's high.
It is a
Not a
lot.
whole
Yeah.
ship.
It is a lot.
It's a
But
lot.
but not the ship.
But not a ship's worth, I wouldn't think.
No. I mean,
I know
we
we
could
have.
maybe a small
probably
car.
we can probably just have them keep the engine running and
Yeah, I
and
think
hover
that's the
mode.
best
I think
idea.
that sounds fine.
We'll come back and
Although a chain or something might be good to get down to the volcano.
The best we have some rope ladders, but the ship was unfinished, wasn't fully loaded. We're kind of missing some stuff.
I'd like to do an insight check to make sure the gnomes aren't just gonna run off with our ship.
Sure.
Yeah.
8,000 pounds.
Oh,
Here's the ship. I'm not
Oh my
ready.
god, it's gonna be
ridiculous. Yeah.
Look, I think
A 10?
What's that?
it's fine.
It
Yeah,
seemed
yeah.
pretty generous.
Okay.
I'm just hoping like
They
if
seem
we
pretty
shut it
gentlemen.
off.
I might need
The
it.
actuation stuff.
I might need it.
Yeah, we might need to
Okay.
use it.
No,
We've used that thing and stuff a bunch of times.
So as we're getting closer and closer, you see that the ships that are parked at the base bear. Well, you can't see those things, but I'm sorry, you're approaching the other side. The openings. You see an earth elemental crawl into one, a fire elemental crawl into another, kind of go inside into the dark recesses of the volcano. So, whatever it is, there are certain openings and passageways that go through the volcano as well. At the top is this smoke just going to just billowing up slowly, like it's mostly active. Okay, so how do you want to? Do you want to do like a circle wide? What do you want to do?
Say what?
You want to do like a flyby? How much do you want? How much information do you want?
Yeah,
you guys want to
I think that's a good idea. Get an aerial view first before we land.
How likely is it that they've seen us coming?
I can't tell you that.
Well, I'd have to assume a giant flying boat
But if
would
they're
draw
parked
some
on that
eyes.
side,
Easy to see.
and we're over here, I guess if we can see them, they might not be looking for it though.
It might be best to assume
that
that
they've seen it.
they've seen us.
Better to assume they did than assume they didn't and find out they did.
Right, but do we want to take extra action that's going to make it more likely that they've seen us by like circling around with the ship?
By assumption, we already think they know we're here. It wouldn't hurt.
Or it would. Or they'd be ready to
I-
cannon the crud out of our ship.
I think we should.
Or
Knowing what we're up against would help mitigate anything they find out about knowing we're here.
I think. I feel it.
I don't know.
Personally,
I'm
I feel
just
like we should be
just a
down
rogue.
there and figure out what's going on down there and get our airship out of here as quickly as possible.
Me too.
Let's do it.
I think we assume that they've seen us, so we need as much information as possible. You prepare with what the enemy can do, not what you think they're going to do. So we have to assume that they've seen us, because we weren't taking any countermeasures.
All right.
So we get down there.
We'll circle around.
So we'll fly by.
Do a flyby?
Fly by and then drop.
Quick dismount. Yeah.
Okay, so you whirl around the side of the volcano. You feel the heat, even from up in the air, just kind of gently radiate over your skin. And as you circle over, you see that the all the ships have the flag of the Army of Mon.
Oh, there's a wonderful flag.
And you circle around, you come over the top of the volcano, and you look down. There's a pool of red, orange magma at the base of the volcano, still churning. But around the edges, there is some darker rocks, parts that have been cooled. In the center, there is a large pink gem that is spinning ever so slightly. And all around it, as if suspended as if by magic, there are rock platforms that are just kind of whirling slowly around this gem. On each side, you make perception checks.
Nat 20.
Not this time.
19.
18.
14.
17.
30.
13.
Wow. Twos are knows everything.
Okay.
Out comes the pipe.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with so it'll be Tyrael, Tuzart, and Ender. You guys hear the sounds of combat. A sword against metal, against stone. You hear shouts. You hear Esmeralda's voice. Crying out, giving commands to her soldiers, urging them forward, seemingly in a victorious fashion, crushing foes in front of them. And you guys notice that the inside of the volcano, there are two sort of central passageways to, I guess, the west and the east. And the unicorn Windstar is emerging from the western side towards the center of this volcano. And he is a large, metallic, silver, muscled figure whose bronzed hooves wreathe up in flames, and his mane sprouts blue fire.
Cool.
Yep. That is badass.
That really is super cool.
So chrome.
And and his horn is this kind of craggy spire of gold, and you see him kind of fighting off soldiers, and knocks one against the wall, and this guy slides down and disintegrates into lava below. But he's being backed up into the center of the volcano by a force, And on the other side, you see a
The
small
force or the force of the army?
the force of the army. On the eastern side, you see more troops emerge, but they're being harried by elementals, by other things, by beings, and they're getting picked off. Only a few manage to get out and sort of climb on the inside of the volcano and to these some of the suspended platforms. So that's what you see.
We gotta get down there.
Or can you cast flight on the unicorn?
Can he not fly?
I don't know.
I'm sure
Why
he
is he
can
not
fly.
flown away?
Because he's with his people?
This might be his lair.
Yeah.
Wayne, is your magic working now that we're this close?
She's like, it's. She summons the hatchet or the hand axe. She's like, seems so,
Okay.
but it kind of.
We gotta make sure we get down there quick.
Is this Windstar's lair?
This is his lair.
So he doesn't want to leave this.
He was assigned to protect us.
Oh, this
Oh,
is more
he
important
has
than
to
him.
protect. It's more important than just him. Okay. Ready.
How wide is the crater?
The top or the bottom?
Both.
Well, the top is probably. I don't know. Let's see. Do math. It's probably 30 feet. In radius, so probably 60 feet in diameter, and it kind of goes down a cone shape down towards the bottom. The base of it being, 2 or 3 times as larger than it is the top.
What side did we come in from?
Inside.
Well, we're circling now.
You circle around, and now you come back to where you're coming from the southern edge of it.
Okay,
essentially.
so and the unicorn's on the western.
The western side.
How high up is the brim of the volcano from where the unicorn is? How deep into it?
Maybe 100 feet.
Okay.
It's not too far. Yeah.
I'd like to. Okay, so are we heading west across the rim?
You circled around, and you're coming back around to the southern edge of it, so you're heading towards the western side.
Okay. I want to turn the ship around and get to the eastern side.
You want to circle around again?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch around and I'm gonna tilt so the port guns are facing the west.
Okay.
We gotta get off of this.
No, we
Airship.
gotta get down there.
Hit the passage first, then we just dive in.
We need to get this airship out of here before it has no defenses. We need to protect our airship. It's our way out of here. It's everything.
I can take me and 4 others, and we can power dive in there screaming, and I can feather fall us before we land.
I can take me and Ned.
I can feather fall. I can cast that on 4 others.
Because so if you two both cast it, we'd all be good. What can you do
they
with
too?
me?
I can levitate.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, between the 2 of us, we can cover 10 people.
Let's do it.
That has the whole group.
I can haste one of our tanks before we go in there, so we can go in hot.
You just did what
Do I
now?
see his
I can haste one of our tanks.
Oh, hey.
I'll take the haste. He's super
You heard
fast
a voice
already.
coming from the west, though.
Well, haste is most.
It's other
out?
stuff
It's
besides
attacking
speed.
Let's do this.
It grants you extra.
There's 9 of us
attack.
plus
Army
Wayne.
active
That's 10
burn
total.
back, you would do?
Let's do it. Let's rock.
With your perception, make another perception check with advantage.
I just wanted to say it now before we go.
Natural
in, so
20.
I don't blow
Okay.
it.
Oh, geez.
You get tired
You
afterwards, so
identify that her
do
voice, guys. Her voice is coming from very close to the opening of the western edge, as she is very close to engaging in melee with Windstar. But
Please.
not quite. She's still currently covered and protected.
You get a minute before the tiredness sets in.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you want.
Guys, just quick meta. Please, let's just use 3 quick cannon shots before we park this thing. If we soften them up, if we don't win this, it doesn't matter if we have the airship or not. We're screwed.
My concern is we really don't know what Windstar is actually protecting. If we're shooting cannonballs into the thing he's legit trying to protect, we're messing everything up.
But
Like,
but at the western tunnel.
Windstar's in the way. We're just gonna hit the unicorn.
Yeah, currently there's no enemies visible yet. It's just Windstar.
There's just the enemies on the other side
Yep.
jumping around. Which, I mean, I guess we could shoot at, but we're gonna be literally damaging a volcano, which sounds like a bad idea to me.
Yeah, get the
Better-
ship out of here.
like-
Why aren't you doing it? I mean, come on.
Jump.
Let's just jump.
I'm gonna
Alright.
obscure my looks. I'm gonna scarf around my head
Okay.
Thirkir, Anolo, did either of you want haste?
You can have it.
Probably
gives-
once we land.
It gives you
Yeah.
a boosted minute.
We're gonna land right near the unicorn, like as close as we can get.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah, once we hit.
Yeah,
Alright.
protect the unicorn.
That makes sense.
Or listen to what the unicorn has to say about what we should do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Between the two of us, we have enough for all 9 of us plus Wayne.
To feather fall.
Yes.
Fall very slowly.
We
So
can,
are you gonna cast that
We
halfway?
we
die.
can do it as a reaction, so we can power dive all the way before we land, and then
Yeah, this
I
is gonna
see.
be like the heavy metal music starts
This is-
playing and
this
we all.
So you're pulling a halo dive on me.
yep.
So we should, I want to fall off like I'm a Navy SEAL off the ship, just backwards.
I'm gonna surf down your body. No. I'm the Silver Surfer, right?
I'm gonna giggle too.
This is awesome.
Okay. So I have something for this. Just then. Okay.
Diving into a
I'm gonna-
volcano.
I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade in advance. No, I can just do that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
cast
as you
Shadow
bring
Blade as I go.
the airship around again, come back to I guess the western side. Tyrael, as you sort of gently tip the ship just to give us enough of a view. You're all jumping.
Yeah.
And we can take Wayne.
You have to,
Yeah,
you have
with
to
Wayne.
concentrate on illusion.
Okay.
No. Yes. Yes. Major illusion. Yes.
Ooh, I go first. I'm
For the
first.
sake of
Can I
argument,
make you what?
gotta
Look like Severin.
Severin.
I'm wearing his armor.
He can make him look like Severin.
No, I can't. I got rid of disguise self
Oh.
to do detect magic.
Oh, you just have illusion.
Yeah, you had to swap spells out.
Yeah, never mind then.
You're going
Oh, detect magic's a ritual. No, I
They
didn't.
don't need-
are. That's how I'm going.
If Severin shows up, it's not gonna make any sense to her. I think this is fine.
Yeah, I'm not interested in.
Never mind then.
Let me see this. There it is.
I'm totally first. You're not.
Cast. All right. Consider it
Alright,
done.
so cast Shadow Blade. Like as we're jumping and casting Shadow Blade, so got Cutlass Supreme and Shadow and then Shadow Blade.
Can we see any enemies at
Got
all
50
on the
moves
opposing
Not,
side yet?
not yet.
Alright.
Just the guys who are
Doubles your
scrambling
move
from the eastern side.
100 move speed.
No.
Play it again.
Yeah, it'll cycle through.
Yeah, it does do double your move speed.
Because as soon as we see the enemy army, I can drop Ice Storm on them as a nice hello.
Okay, sorry, I fixed it. Okay. So as you guys are diving, I need you, let's see, to make an acrobatics check.
Can I make athletics?
No.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Mugging it.
I'm gonna be riding the unicorn when we land.
I'm mugging
So
that.
on target.
That was rough.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
Oh, that's still not great.
20.
17.
Okay.
You got me up to 12.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay.
No.
Do you want to
we've got
use your?
I already did.
for inspiration?
Do I use
We
inspiration?
do inspiration.
Yeah, you do have
Go ahead, use that.
Are you gonna? All right, I'm using one too because I mugged it.
Might as well.
Burn me one
Oh,
down.
that's it.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, that's the
19.
stuff.
Unfortunately, I used my favorite by
Clean.
gods, but now I got a nat 20, so that's good.
Sweet.
That was a mug,
12.
though.
Hey,
I think we're down
at
to
least
one
that was the highest
inspiration.
roll
3
I got.
people used
He used
it.
the mug.
Yeah.
I used one.
he mugged.
Did you mug?
I mugged and hit.
Okay.
So did I.
But it
We gotta
did
stick
get me
the
up to
landing.
15.
All right.
Okay.
Come on,
So
little
as you
guy.
guys you dive off like some in groups, you guys are careening, arms down at your sides like like little bullets flying through the air, and above with a natural 20, third grade at 20, material.
I
Dirty
20.
20.
Dirty 20.
Natural.
No.
Okay. So there's like this weird race between Thurkir and Tyrael. There's a streak of black lightning and a streak of blue lightning just neck and neck all the way down into the volcano. And the rest of you guys kind of catching up. Let's see. So you guys are moving in. You feel the heat buffet towards you and catch you a little off guard because up in the air it was really cold. And now you guys immediately start sweating. And you feel just an oppressive kind of clamp of warmth around you. As you get closer, you see that these platforms are emerging in clearer view. They're all stable kind of rock formations that are floating, and you guys nail and stick the landing closest to Windstar as you possibly can. And you feel the platform kind of give under your weight a little bit, and you hear this, the rock crack a little bit, and these sprinkles of dust go down to the magma below. Tuzard, you land pretty much right next to them, but just a little behind. What are the other?
I got a 19.
24?
19.
19. Okay, you guys are all pretty much landing in the same general area.
15.
15. So you end up you missed the mark a little bit. You're kind of going towards the eastern side, like okay.
I'm little. The wind takes me weird ways.
Yes.
12.
12. Yeah, you're along with him.
So what'd we do?
A little off target, but you're kind of. I mean, the feather falls off at you and just catch you, and you're like, what was yours?
I think it was. I don't remember what I rolled. It was over a 15. Either 15 or 16.
16?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
You snap a scene from Deadpool too.
Okay. Yeah. So likewise, you end up off to the western, to the eastern edge. Wayne kind of stumbles a bit, unsure of herself, given her current patron status. I'm assuming you guys are gonna cast for the ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still mentioned it for sure. I remember.
Between the two of us, we cover 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So she landed. She kind of misses the mark, and she lands. She careens past this pink gem and lands to a little platform floating beneath it. But she sticks the landing. She looks around, and it's just magma all around her. But she is cut off a little bit, but she's above it, suspended. So as you guys look around, you see that Windstar kind of looks up and sees you, kind of looks around, and from the corner of his like brass eye, you see him wink at you.
I'm Browish.
Yeah.
Are we within
Nice.
like speaking range?
It's very loud because you're in the middle of a combat in the middle of a volcano.
All right.
Ned's
I'd like
loud.
to. I'd like to use message then,
Okay.
and just say we're here to help. What can we do?
Okay. Cool. You see Windstar just look at you, and he's like, "Saving my ass would be good."
Oh, you're sassy. I like it.
And Windstar turns, and from the western edge, you see Esmeralda emerge. And she is clad in this gigantic plate armor. She has her hand on a huge greatsword, and another hand on a dagger that looks like a dragon's tooth. She steps forward, you hear her footfalls ring.
I got the scarf on, I got goggles, my leather.
And Windstar turns around and leaps onto the pink gem.
Oh, that's what we're protecting.
And looks at that. Esmeralda looks down at you guys. Paws at the gem. And that's where we're gonna stop.
Oh, dude! Oh,
It's only 9:30.
it's gonna be a big battle.
I'm
It's gonna
imagining
take
this
us
is
a
gonna be
while.
a big old battle.
This has got to be an epic, dude.
Oh
This is a
man!
big battle.
I just, for the record,
With all that armor,
with
she
Esmeralda
might be
having
like,
huge
yeah.
armor like that, her head's gonna look so tiny. So just take comfort in that. She's gonna look, her head's like.
But her
super
head
tiny.
will smush just the same under my gauntlets if you want. I'll still palm her
If
head.
you want.
If you want.
I'll grape it, dude. I'll just
I don't know.
No low palmer.
You are wearing Severin's
I need to
armor
protect his
though,
glove.
so that's interesting. I wonder if she's gonna notice that real quick. Oh man,
Yeah.
Oof.
So
that was dramatic.
end on that sweet airdrop music, man.
that was good.
That was cool.
Was pumped.
Well,
Missiles from the heavens.
it was that one, or was it where's the other
I felt
one?
like legit like we were in an action movie with
I
the
know.
music playing. Like I really did.
Maybe
No,
I
we
could
were.
use this one too.
Oh,
This one's good too. Probably should use that one. Next time.
That one is not for
That'd be good. This
airdrop.
that'd be good. That'd be good. Like travel music.
You picked the right
Yeah.
one. You picked the right one.
Yeah.
Badass
I
airdrop
think you
was
picked
like,
the right one.
That was pretty legit.
That's
that
good,
one was
but
like,
it's
this
not
is
cool.
one of them moments.
Good.
All right.
Oh,
Say goodbye to the internet,
Bye,
guys.
Internet. Thank you.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Good night.